Hey Capricorn, this is your general tarot reading for Capricorn Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign for the month of March. How are you all doing, Capricorn? You felt the beat last month. I hope you were dancing and shimmying to your wonderful groove that you had going on. And I'm guessing it kept you busy because with all the activity in your third house, leaving February and entering March, I think you're feeling good. This is your first card, the 10 of Cups, followed by the 8 of Wands. Going to lay them down here and we're going to keep shuffling and keep talking about all the energies. So yeah, as you leave February and enter March, you're going to feel busy, like a busy bee. You will be talking to people, communicating, your phone will be going crazy. So by the time you really get into March, all that go energy, you'll just want it gone. So I get that. And you know, you have a full moon at the very beginning of the month as a card leaps out. Yeah, the card of relaxation, the card of just wanting to close the door and tell everybody to go away. Here we have it. Yeah, you want that energy gone by the time you really enter into March. So the full moon, as we enter in on the first day actually of March, it's a Virgo full moon, so another earth sign that should make you very comfortable, and it's in your 9th house of broadening your horizons. Some of you may decide to get a little travel plan together to go off to somewhere far and exotic to see new places, new cultures, and a new world with a brand new perspective. Perspective is the key here. You'll want to open your mind. You could actually just be dealing with foreign people and foreign languages, or even if you don't want to go that far, as a bunch of cards fall out, you could maybe just decide to make some foreign food. What do we have here? The 7 of Pentacles. What else, Capricorn? What else is going on? 8 of Cups. Laying it down there. The King of Wands. 5 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles. Okay. Lots of Pentacles. Money. 3 of Cups. The 6 of Swords. The 3 of Swords. And the 2 of Wands. We had one extra card, which is the Empress, the mighty seductress. Is that you, with Mars going in to join Saturn and Pluto there in your first house? Will you be giving off your aura of being the mighty seductress or seducer? Well, let's see. I haven't even barely told you about the energies that are going on in the skies. So, yeah. The full moon at the very beginning, opening your mind, Capricorn, opening your vision of the world, and it's going to be so helpful because at the very end of the month, there's another full moon. I mean, why have one when you can have 2? You get 2 for the price of 1. The last full moon is in your 10th house of your reputation, your work, the platform upon which you stand where people look at you and recognize your skills and talents. It's also where male figures give you some insight and where people who matter give you a little bit of praise. So at the very beginning of the month, all this wonderful relaxation offered by the 9th house, and he offers optimism, he offers good humor, he'll give you something to laugh about at the start of the month. And you're saying to me, right now I can't think of one thing that I actually want to laugh about. Well, it will happen. Things will get lighter. You'll suddenly look at the world, look at your world and go, maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. And so by the time we get to the end of the month, when you're asked to step out and step up to the plate where people see the work that you do, you'll approach it in such a broad-minded way and with such optimism and humor that how could they not enjoy what you're doing? How could they not be impressed? See, you just keep getting stuff after stuff after stuff to make you happy. It's like the universe says, oh my God, we really need to look after Capricorns now because I think we went a little bit too hard on them. So let's just give them something to laugh about. Let's give them a holiday. Let's give them a foreign person to try to talk to cheer them up. It's like the parent when they see their child crying and they're bringing toys and they're bringing things and giving them sweets and stuff. It's a bit like that. And it's no harm because I think the universe owes you. So if they're waving nice things in front of you, take it. So many other things going on. We've retrogrades, Mercury in the 4th house. Yeah, some activity in your home life, in your physical house. If there are things that you want to change within your home, either redecorating or selling or just trying to bring your whole family life together in a good way, if you've plans about this, try to do that before the 3rd week in March, because after that things just get a little bit weird with the retrograde. And lastly, what I say is Jupiter is retrograde in your 11th house, which means that you'll be going back to rediscover old friends, rediscover old acquaintances and colleagues and groups of people. You might even be just going back to a sport that you like and going to see the game, just re-engaging with something that gave you pleasure in that sense, and eliminating any crap around that, around your group of friends particularly. If you do find that you have some friends or people in your environment that are just nasty asses, then I think the retrograde in Jupiter is going to expand that and give you an opportunity to tell them where the hell to go, because it's your life and they don't get a say in it. I always get amazed when people try to, says me, giving you advice about your life, but you know what I'm talking about. When people try to tell you how you should be living your life, and you say, do you pay my bills? Do you feed me? Do you drive me everywhere? Do you take care of my day-to-day life? No? Well then, mind your own business. And that's what it's going to be like with friends who might be butting in, or friends that might be just that little bit too intrusive, or they've just that bit too much to add. And you might be saying, these people have to go. You gotta go. Unless you're paying my bills and feeding me every hour on the hour, then you've no place in any decisions of my life. It's my life, it's my life. Capricorn, finally, let's look down and see what's in the cards. Come on, go. The 10 of Cups. This is a wonderful card because 10s are completion. This marks the end of the tears. Every time you see cups, it's emotions. It's also healing and sometimes psychic connections. But here, it shows that you are completing a cycle of tears, a very highly emotional period, a period where your emotions were deeply challenged. And finally, the sun is coming through. And because the sun is coming through the tears, it forms a beautiful rainbow. And that is you. That's the reason why you're celebrating. That's the reason why these people are cheering. They're saying, finally, the sun is coming out. And here is the rainbow to prove that things are getting better. Now, 10s always ask us to be in agreement with the energy. You don't have to celebrate the end of this emotional period if you don't want to. It's asking you or inviting you to put an end to all of the emotional hurts, dramas, traumas, to that long cycle where you were tested emotionally. March will offer you an ending to this, and it's your decision, baby, to go with that energy, to see the rainbow, and to only look at that as the sun starts shining through. The alternative, Capricorn, is to stay stuck, to stay hurt. And you can do that if you want. I mean, I'm not going to judge that, and neither should anybody else, because nobody else gets to decide how your healing happens, how quick it moves, when it moves, and why it moves. But I'm just saying, here comes the first wave of endings, where it's the first opportunity for you to really understand and believe and feel that something has been completed. So my advice to you, if you feel it, if you feel ready to close that door and to move on with your future, then the energy in March is offering that to you, okay? On the other hand, we always assume that these people are cheering and playing and laughing and saying, yay, when really they're saying, get lost, get off my property. Yeah, he's right, go away. That's, some of you may see emotional completion and emotions and anything to do with emotions as being something you absolutely don't want to deal with in March. So I get it. Some of you may wait a while to do this final healing. So they're saying, go away, but do come back another day. So the choice is always yours. Traditionally, this card means feeling very happy in your family life. And I think you are going to be feeling happy in your family life. You'll feel more grounded because you've energy there in your 4th house. And you'll feel more steady and secure in yourself, because that's where you need to be, Capricorn, as an earth sign. Steady in your grounding, steady in your foundation, and secure in your home. And perhaps that's something that will give you a sense of joy and happiness as the month moves in. Beside that, you have the 8 of Wands, which is you moving full steam ahead. We got this last month, didn't we, Capricorn? You're really doing it. I really believe you are. You're listening and you're feeling that energy of diving in to your future, of not knowing where it's going, but fully believing that it's possible. And you are throwing everything at your healing. You're throwing everything at having a successful outcome. You're throwing all your power, your will, your wishes, your passion at freeing yourself and healing yourself and having your happy ever after that has been promised to you since Christmas. And you're going with it. Oh, Capricorn, I love that. I love it. I love that you're digging deep. And I love that you're trusting it, because I know you're feeling it. And you're putting so much work, because you put so much work into all avenues of your life. This makes me so happy that you're finally channeling some of that hard work and focus and passion into your own happiness. I'm proud of you, baby. I really am. I'm really proud of you. So, after the activity that you had as you left the month of February, you do now in March just want a little bit of peace and quiet. You want to relax, close the door, and meditate a little bit, because also the 2 full moons are going to ask you to go a little bit deeper, think a little bit more, not skim the surface and be superficial, but actually, not that you're ever superficial, Capricorn. I don't think you've a superficial bone in your body. And you are going to be going deeper, and it's in this sense of quietness, solitude, and peace that you will begin to have these understandings about your life. You'll be able to channel something far more peaceful. I always say this to people, when you go through difficult times, you must always take time out afterwards to recover. And this is you recovering both spiritually and physically. Mentally, psychologically, psychically, you're doing this work too. Well done to you, because at least you're smart enough. Again, we could never accuse you of not being smart, but you're smart enough to do 2 things: to put effort and action into your happy ever after, and yet at the same time having the wisdom to relax and have peace. You've learned the lesson that in order to be a success in your life, you must balance action with rest, and that's what you'll be doing. And in that moment of rest, you will be contemplating how well you're doing. You'll be looking at your progress so far, spiritually, financially also, but in your life in general. You'll have that little quiet time to say, do I need to change anything? Do I need to tweak anything? I'm looking at all the things in my life grow, my finance, my career, everything. And Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how is your garden growing? And if there's anything that needs to be changed, you'll be doing that at the start of March. And again, you're very smart, Capricorn, because this is quite it's just quite an intelligent thing to do. You've enough savvy to know that in your healing, you must rest and must also reassess, constantly assess how far you've come and where you're going. Wow, you are clever. You are clever. Now, we can't ignore this. This is the 8 of Cups. So we know that so much heavy stuff has gone on. We've talked endlessly about this, Capricorn, but this is you. 8's deep transformative work going on in matters of your psyche. You'll be cleaning up, wiping up all the last details where there was pain, where there was hurt, where people have let you down, or where situations in your life have deeply upset you and hurt you. And if you look here, he finally has the strength, with full moons, 2 full moons, he finally has the strength and power to walk away. And you see he's wearing this red cloak. Red always symbolizes a deep primal wisdom, something that is beyond the mind, something that is beyond what has already been learned. This is something that comes from a very essential part of your psyche. And that is covering you, it's protecting you, and you are supported. And it is finally time to begin this journey of cleaning up the hurts of the past and saying goodbye to that period and recognizing that it belongs to the past, because a journey is happening, and the journey, there's still a bit to go. We know that, Capricorn, but there are new horizons. There are places to be seen. And I do definitely, for some Capricorns, know some of you are actually really thinking about moving home, perhaps even moving country. You really just want a bright, fresh start. And I wouldn't blame you, Capricorn. I really wouldn't blame you. But where are you moving towards? You're moving towards this, the embodiment of fire. He is all things passionate. His life is ablaze with humor, optimism, opportunity, daring, adventure, boldness. He is running with all of the passion and drive inside him. And this is what you're leaving. See, you're leaving the hurt behind, and you are becoming this. You're becoming this strong, regal character who, watch, see that stick, the one that just supported him as he walked away. Here you are sitting in your full power with the beautiful red colour. You can't really quite see that there, but the red has now been transformed into gold. A whole transmutation has happened here. The alchemy has occurred. When you leave behind, you will be adorned in gold, success and spiritual attainment. And the staff that he's holding in his hand is now his staff of power. So now, from now on, everything that he touches is going to be like Midas. It will turn to gold, baby. And it's interesting because in order to leave, there's always balance with the elements. To leave emotions behind, we must first get emotional. So if there's an emotional block, we must open these emotions. And your way of dealing with these emotions is to finally agree to put them in the past. And then what will open up, we would think, because you're an earth sign, that it would be earthiness. No, in fact, it's fire. Fire. You're going to be hot, hot, hot. Did I say you're going to be hot, hot, hot? You already are, but now you're the embodiment of heat, particularly now with Mars going into your first house. You're the seducer. You're the passionate one. You're the fiery one. You're the one that turns heads. You're no longer the emotional one, crying and feeling that all you have is pain. And I love that. I love that. You're going to be hot. Some of you could actually be moving towards a fire sign. A fire sign is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be doing that. Maybe they'll be inspiring you or giving you a bit of love. Fiery hot love. I want some hot love, baby, the sea. Now, from the 5 to the 6, I love this. You begin here in March, again addressing these things. You see, it's not over, baby, I know. Didn't we have this card last month where you were feeling left out in the cold? You were feeling at a loss. You felt that your life really was on the down, that all the good stuff was happening somewhere else and you were left out in the cold, you were left high and dry, and you weren't getting all the good stuff that was due to you. Well, that is going to be challenged and that's going to be fixed because you're actively working at fixing it, my baby. It won't feel like this forever. You won't always feel at a loss because standing right beside that is balance. So this is telling us how to get out of this feeling of destitution and loss and feeling like there's nothing worthwhile in your life. Balance, balance, balance is the key. Once you balance all things in your life and weigh things up. Look, he's got the scales. He's saying, am I going to keep you or not? Am I going to keep this or not? Am I going to stay in this house or not? And it's all about that. And it is this fine judgment that you'll be making in March that actually is the first step towards getting you out of perhaps financial trouble. Some of you may require a little bit of financial help. You may be running low on funds and you may have to ask for a loan. That's okay. But do try not to get yourself into a hole financially. Just because you're feeling a little bit down at the moment, perhaps financially, some of you Capricorns, don't run to dig yourself out with a huge loan. Have some balance in this and try to build things up on a steadier ground, because you don't want to get the Tower card, which destroys something that's not built on solid ground. You want to have good judgment in your finances, okay? Now, here we go. Great communication in love. You know, you're going to be feeling the love, maybe because you're so fiery and hot, Capricorn, but you're going to be feeling that. You're going to be feeling celebrations of some kind too. Maybe a birth, maybe a marriage, maybe just a birthday party. Whose birthday is it in March? It's Pisces and Aries. And Aries is a fire sign. Maybe you'll be feeling some love for a fiery Aries. But either way, you're going to be happy. This is cooperation with other people, feeling that there's good camaraderie, good friendship, and something pleasant to share with other people. And a few mojitos, which never really goes bad. And, you know, you're moving towards that. Or actually, I will correct myself, you're moving away from that. You'll have your moment where you're celebrating, but there's something in that celebration which also triggers you to want to move on. Now, how would you translate that? Wow, you're putting me on the spot here, Capricorn. There's a party, a celebration, or love, good camaraderie, good, just something good in your life, and yet there you are moving away. You see that as probably something that you don't want in your life anymore. Maybe some of you have been going a little bit excessive with the alcohol and the partying, and it's time to leave it behind. And maybe for some of you, you have been enjoying this high life, living it up, living the big life, and you're saying, God, I just actually want something a bit more simple, something that reflects me more. And maybe that means moving away from this high life. For some of you, this card could also represent too many people being involved in your love life. For some, it could be a third party. For some, it could be just people that are, like I said, just too involved in your love life. And you're going, oh, for God's sake, I'm leaving all of that behind. They don't get to tell me how to live my love life. They don't get to, interfere. It's, interference in your love life. And that's what you're moving away from. Yeah, move away from that shit quickly. You don't want anybody interfering in your love life, in your marriage, in your relationships, and even if you're single. You don't want people saying, you know, what you need to do is go out and party more. What you need to do is this. If you meet this person, blah, 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 I'm going to set you up. And you're going, oh, go away, go away, go away. I'm going to just leave all of that behind and do my own thing. I'm just going to move the camera up here, Capricorn. Going to move it up and talk about this. You have 2 cards. Difficult cards in love. Difficult. I know some of you are missing loves. Some of you have split up in relationships. I know that. I do. And some of you have lost loves. I know that too. And there is still pain in your heart over this. And we can't ignore it. I can't go on telling you how you're running towards a happy life and you're taking rest and you're going to be hot and sexy and on fire, and without giving this a little bit of a conversation. Yeah, we know that your heart is not fixed yet. I get it. But you're getting there. And like I said in the first card, yeah, you'll be offered the opportunity to heal and to get on with it and get over it and fix your heart and see your happy ever after. Only if you're ready. If you're not ready, it's okay. If your heart still feels a bit heavy in March, baby, it's okay. It's been a lot of shit. It doesn't just heal overnight. It's okay. And again, if you are finding yourself in difficult situations, for those who are in a relationship where something always comes between you and your love, move away from that, fix that, and fix it quickly, because you don't want that energy in your life. You have too much to do, too much healing to happen, too many bright future opportunities to focus on stuff like this. It's not your thing. It's not where you're at now, Capricorn. Don't let anybody hurt you. And don't let anybody play with your heart. And if anybody is interfering too with projects or your dreams and desires, because you're opening up, you're like a flower, you're beginning to blossom. And like I said last month, if somebody's shouting in the megaphone, you did that wrong. Or if somebody's criticizing you in some way, get rid of them, and ignore them. Ignore them, because this is not energy you need right now. It's a delicate flower that's opening up in your heart. You don't want big, heavy marching boots trampling on that. It's healing and it's coming. And again, didn't I say some of you might be moving, even if it's just to experience a holiday in a foreign place, in a foreign culture, just to see something new? Here's the card, looking into foreign destinations, looking out further than you have ever looked before and seeing the possibilities, seeing what can happen with a sense of fire. Look, you have the staff, the rhythm stick. You have the rhythm stick in your hand, and you are ready to beat your drum everywhere you go. You are ready to take on the world. And as this card always suggests, the extra staff here is to support you. The universe has your back, it's supporting you. And you, again, want to move away from this type of crap. Look at this, look. This and this. And you're moving away. See, the boat, he's on a journey. It's the love boat, or moving away from love boat. And then this shit. And he's going, I don't need this, I'm moving away. And essentially what he's saying is, there is more to my life than the small little world here. And I want to see it. I want to open my eyes and see all of it. Now, this card came out, a last little card. Didn't I say the universe, particularly Saturn, your ruler, keeps giving you little gifts? Like I said, it's the parent who doesn't know how to settle a crying child. And they're saying, oh, I'll give you this, I'll give you this. They've given you this. And this is the embodiment of Venus, Aphrodite, in her sensual, luxurious mode. And you have this, which is you in your hot mode. This is a Libra card. For some of you, you may be very tempted by the seductive energies of a Libra, maybe. And this is you. probably with a fire sign, and you are willing to enjoy all the finer things, the beauty in this world, the more gentle things of this world, and the more engaging things of this world, everything that seduces you, that is your heart's desire, is now the energy, it's now around you. It wants you to play. It wants you to come out and get back in touch with your senses. Eat that foreign food. Play with a foreign person. But be tactile, be soft, be gentle, and re-engage with your senses. And re-engage with your sensuality. Sensuality, that's it. That's the key for March. Capricorn, I hope you enjoyed that. And I really hope that you are still feeling all that wonderful rhythm that we spoke about last month. And I know you are. I know you are, because I see you going full steam ahead into your shiny, happy future. I know that it's not so easy to forget the pain, but who says you have to do it this month? Nobody. You have to do it at your own speed. And while you're doing it, enjoy all the fruit of this world to re-engage your luscious sensuousness. Capricorn, I love you so much. And I'm going to give you a big kiss, mwah, from me to you for luck. And if this is your first time seeing my videos, then please do subscribe. You can like, you can share. You know I have a Facebook page. You can come join me there. It's She Bear Tarot. And enjoy the month. And I will be rooting for you, Capricorn. Again, I love you so much. Mwah. 2 kisses you get. See how spoiled you are, how spoiled you deserve to be. I love you lots, Capricorn. See you next month. Bye.